Yes.
Okay. Hello everyone and good morning to one and all. I am back with your remaining part of the chapter. As you can see, I have given here already the heading that today we are going to see the revision and the examples which are remained from practice set 2.4. So first we will take the revision. So it will help to solve these three examples because we are left with only these three examples from practice set 2.4. So let's begin. Okay. So revision में first we will start with the definition of parallel lines. Definition of parallel lines. Okay, what is the definition of parallel lines? If two lines are coplanar and do not intersect each other, then it is called parallel lines. Okay, so if two lines are coplanar, I've told you that if two lines are coplanar means what? They both lies on the same plane. Okay, so this definition can be written as also like this: if two lines are in same plane, lie in same plane, and the remaining part is as it is. Only coplanar can be replaced by same plane. Okay, so that is what the definition of parallel lines. We can draw the figure like this. If two lines are parallel, suppose this is line AB, this is line CB. So they both should lie on a same plane. One same plane if they are, and they do not intersect each other, then we can say that these two lines are what? Parallel to each other. Afterwards, we have seen the diagram which is given to you in the textbook. One diagram they have given to you like this. One is somewhat slanting line and one is somewhat straight line, and a transversal passes through the these two lines. Okay, one transversal is there. A transversal means what? Which cuts the line. Transversal which means which intersect any line. That is called as a transversal. It may intersect one line, it may intersect two line, it may intersect three line. Okay, whatever it is. So a transversal means what? Which intersects a line. Now here two lines are given and one transversal intersects it. And they have given some angles like A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4 for betterment of understanding. Okay. If we take 1, 2, 3, 4, it will become very easy to understand also. So I have taken here 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. So in this figure, we found some pairs. What kind of pairs? First one is linear pair. Linear pair. Now, what are the linear pairs? Linear pairs means what? Which form on single line. Okay. On a plain line. A simple line is there and a transversal cuts. Then whatever the angles here form, these two angles, they are what your linear pair. Suppose we write A and suppose we write here B. Then A and B are what your linear pairs. A and B are what your linear pairs. Now what is the relation between linear pairs? Relation between linear pair become angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. Their value is 180 degree. They form the angle which is equal to 180 degree. Similarly, this is a transversal. Suppose this is L, M, and N. This is N is transversal. If we don't consider this part. Okay. For the time being, don't consider this part and only consider this one. Now we have done with 1 and 2 because it is on the L line. Now if we consider N, then here 2 and 3 is there. 2 and 3 is there. So we can write here angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180. Similarly, 3 plus 4 is equal to 180. Similarly, 4 plus 1 is equal to 180. So in this way, we found linear pairs 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we consider AB, AB, BC, CB, CD, and DA, according to that, it will come. Okay. Afterwards, we have seen corresponding pairs. Pair of corresponding angles. Pair of corresponding angles. What is pair of corresponding angles? The angles which are formed on one side, either above the line or below the line, and one side of the transversal and other side of the transversal. Means this 5 and this 1 is there. Okay. How are these angles? They both lie above the line, right side of the transversal. Then they two pairs are what? Your corresponding angles. So angle 1 and angle 5, they both make a pair of corresponding angles. Similarly, angle 2 and angle 6. See here, angle 2 and angle 6. They lie on the left side of the transversal and both are what? Above the lines. Both are what? Above the line. So they again form a pair of corresponding angles. Afterwards, we have angle 3, angle 7. See here. Where is 3? Here is 3. Here is 7. They lie below the line and left side of the transversal. And one more is angle 4 and angle 8. Right side of the transversal and below the line. So these are what your corresponding angles. Okay. This form of the pair of corresponding angles. Now, next one we were having, that is alternate angles. Okay. After second, we are having third one, that is alternate angles. I have told you that in alternate angles there are two types. Okay. One is interior alternate angles and second is what? Exterior alternate angles. Right? Interior alternate angles and what exterior alternate angles. In the name only we can define them. Interior means they lie inside. Exterior means what? They lie above the line. So what are the interior? They lie between the lines, between these two lines. The two lines are there in between. Whatever the angles is formed, that will become your interior angles. And whatever the angles which are formed outside the line, this 7, 8 and 1, 2, there will become your exterior angles. Now we have to find the alternate one. Okay. So they have a cross relation, means what? This 4 and 6, they makes a cross. This 3 and 5, they again makes a cross. So what? They becomes your interior alternate angles because they lie inside the line and they form a cross. So angle 4 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 5. So these are what your interior alternate angles. Afterwards, exterior, same thing. Outside the line, but they should form a cross. This 1 and 7, 2 and 8, they forms a cross. That's why angle 1, angle 7, angle 2, and angle 8. They form your exterior alternate angle pair. Pair of interior alternate angles and pair of exterior alternate angles. Afterwards, we were having pair of interior angle of one side of transversal. one side of transversal, either consider left side or consider right side, and interior angles. Okay, so if we consider the right side and interior angles, then 4 and 5 are the interior angles, and what they are interior angles, and they are from one side of transversal. They belong to the one side. Okay, we are not taking 3 and 5 or 4 and 6 because they 4 and 6 lies in 4 lies in right side, 6 lies in left side. So we take 4 and 5 pair of alternate interior angle of one side of transversal, that is 4 angle and angle 5. Next is angle 3 and angle 6. Okay, so one side of transversal, one pair. Okay. Pair of interior alternate interior angle of one side of transversal. Angle 4 and angle 5, 3 and 6. So this much of pair we find when two lines are given and they intersect each other. And a transversal intersects these two lines. Also, we were having one more, that is fifth one, vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angle means what? If two lines intersect each other, then these two angles, or either these two angles. Okay, this 1, 2, 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are what? Vertically opposite angles. 1 and 2 are what? Vertically opposite angles. So that according to that we can find here also. 1, 3 is vertically opposite, 2, 4 are vertically opposite, 5, 7 are vertically opposite, 7, 8 are vertically opposite. So here also we find a pair, that is angle 1, angle 3, angle 2, and angle 4. According to that, 5, 7, 6, 8. Okay. Now this much are the pairs which we find when two lines are given and one transversal intersects. Now what they say, next property is given to you, that if two lines are parallel, and a transversal intersect. Okay, so this is line L, this is M, this is N. If two lines are parallel, if these two lines are parallel and a transversal intersect, then what will the relation between these angles? What will be the relation between these angles? First, we will write down the angles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, that only angle I have taken here because I have already write down the pairs, or pairs we have write down here, and I want to take the relation between these pairs when these two lines are parallel. Okay, so you can see on page number 13 some important properties they have given. Page number 13, some important properties they have given. That properties only we have to see here. What properties they have given? When two lines intersect, the pair of opposite angles formed are congruent. When two lines intersect, the opposite angle which are formed are congruent. So what this states, simple, if they are parallel or not parallel. Okay, but if two lines intersect, then whatever the vertically opposite angles are formed, they are congruent. So this first becomes congruent. Vertically opposite angles. That is what your vertically opposite angles. Second, the angle in a linear pair is supplementary. The angle in a linear pair is what? Supplementary. Angle 1 plus 2 is 180, 2 plus 6 180, 3 plus 4 180, 4 plus 1 180. Linear pair 180. Okay. Then when one pair of corresponding angle is congruent, then all the remaining pairs of corresponding angle is congruent. Now see here, whenever the lines are parallel, the relation between them becomes, these two angles become congruent. First we were finding only the pair. But here we get some relation between these two angles. they become congruent. Okay, 1, 5 become congruent, 2, 3 become congruent, 3, 7 become congruent, and 4, 8 become congruent. Okay, so all the angles are equal. Similarly, in alternate angle also, these all angles are congruent. This also congruent, this also congruent, this also congruent. Okay, अभी ये सब congruent हो गए. Okay, all they become congruent. But what becomes the relation between the interior angles of one side of transversal? When these two angles are added, this 4 and 5, these two angles are added, that addition becomes supplementary. Means what? 180. So angle 4 plus 5 is equal to 180. 3 plus 6 is equal to 180 degree. So the value of them becomes 180 degree. So that is only given in your properties. When one pair of corresponding angle is congruent, then all the pair becomes congruent. If one pair is congruent, then all pair are congruent. Okay. When one pair of alternate angle is congruent, then all the remaining pairs of alternate angles are congruent. If one pair is congruent, either interior or exterior, whatever it is. If one pair is congruent, then all the other pair will become congruent. Okay. When one pair of interior angle of one side of transversal is supplementary, then the other pair of interior angle is also supplementary. If one pair is supplementary, then other pair is also supplementary. So there is no change in it. Okay. So this one was the basic information about parallel lines. What are the angles or the pairs which they are formed and their relation when they become congruent if the two lines given are parallel to each other and a transversal intersects, then the linear pair is 180. That is for all the reasons, whatever it is. But it becomes 180 when we have the two lines are parallel. Okay. Then we have seen the properties of interior angle theorem. Interior angle theorem. What the theorem states? That the angles which we have taken here right now, that these two parallel lines are there and a transversal intersect, then whatever the angle here formed, their addition is 180. That we have to prove in this theorem. That only we have to prove in this theorem. For that we have taken three conditions. Whatever are the conditions? Angle. First condition, what we have to prove here, angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Okay. Then we have taken conditions in proof that angle A plus angle B is less than 180. Second one, angle A plus angle B is greater than 180. And third one is angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. These three conditions we can see here. Either they are less than 180, either they are greater than 180, or they are equal. Okay. So A plus B becomes less than 180, and we have given in the theorem also that L and M are parallel and is transversal. Line L parallel line M. Okay, this is given. So if two lines are parallel, then their interior angles, if it is less than 180, their interior angle, if it is less than 180, then they both will intersect each other at some point. If we extend that point on that side to the infinity, then these two points will go and intersect each other. And if they point are intersect each other, which becomes contradiction to our given statement that line L and M are parallel. So this condition gets cancelled. Again, we have considered the second condition that A plus B is greater than 180. Then if it is greater than 180, and also we have taken an angle C and B here. Okay. So we get C plus B. Then here we have considered angle C plus B is equal to 180. Angle C plus angle B is equal to 180. Because they form a linear pair, we have written all the proofs also linear pair. They form what? A linear pair. Okay. And by adding these two equations, if we add these two equations, we get angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Okay. 180 degree. We shift this A plus B to the right side. So we get angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree minus angle A plus angle B. Angle A plus angle B. This A plus B will shift to the right side. 180 minus angle A plus angle B. But angle A plus angle B value is given 180. Greater than 180. Greater than 180 means angle C plus angle D is equal to this value will become less than 180. This value will become less than 180 because I have taken here example. For example, that this value is greater, I have considered it is 200. For example, okay. So if it is 200, so 180 minus 200, it will 360. This addition is sorry. This addition becomes 360 because we add 4 of the angle 180 and 180. Angle A plus angle B is equal to 180. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. A plus B 180, they form a linear pair. C plus B 180, they form a linear pair. And adding both the equations from 1 and 2, we add both the equations 180 and 180, this becomes 360. Okay, so this 360 minus I have taken 200, so whatever the value it is, it becomes 160. 160 which is what? Less than 180. 160 is the value, then which is what? Less than 180. So if the value is less than 180, we have taken here if the addition of two angles, these two angles, interior angle, is less than 180, then it becomes a contradiction because these two lines, if we intersect, if we extend, then they will go and intersect somewhere. Here is B, C, A, and B. The addition of these two angles, C and D, will go and intersect these two. But this becomes again a contradiction because what we are given with L and M are what? Your parallel lines. Okay, so that's why this becomes a contradiction. This also becomes a contradiction. This is also not possible because they will go and intersect somewhere. So only the third possibility remains that angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. So this also becomes contradiction. This also becomes contradiction. So only the remaining is the third one, that is angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. So according to that, we have proved this interior angle theorem. Similarly, we have proved the corresponding angle theorem and alternate angle theorem. Corresponding angle theorem and alternate angle theorem. Okay. Corresponding angle theorem and alternate angle theorem. Same way that the corresponding angle means what? The angles which are formed on one side of the transversal and same angle means above the line and right side and right side. Then these two called as corresponding angles. That also we have proved here in corresponding angle theorem and alternate angle theorem. They both are very easy ones. Next, we have seen that this theorems or these properties we have used in the property of triangle. One of the property of triangle we have seen. A triangle is given A, B, C. Okay, and the theorem was the addition of the the sum of all the angles is supplementary or 180 degree. The sum of all the angles of triangle are 180. So what we have to prove here, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. So we have taken here construction. A kind of construction we have taken here. What construction we have taken? We draw a line parallel to BC. We draw a line parallel to BC and which pass through the point A. Which pass through the point A. So here we have taken a point P. Here we have taken a point Q. That is, I guess, given in your textbook, page number 18. Okay. So here is point P, here is point Q. Now this we have to prove. This construction we have taken. How we have proved here? Proof we have taken. Now PQ is parallel to BC. Okay. PQ parallel to BC. So this angle formed here. This angle and this angle. PAB, ABC. This becomes what here? Alternate angles, interior alternate angles. Angle PAB, angle ABC. They have become congruent because PQ is parallel to BC. These two angles become congruent because they are what? Interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles. Okay, write down equation 1. This one was equation 1. Similarly, QAC and ACB, this angle, QAC, ACB, these two angles are also alternate angles. Angle QAC congruent, angle ACB. Equation 2, again the same, interior alternate angles. Now add equation 1 and 2. Add both the equations because see what we need, ABC plus A plus B plus C. Now this ABC they have given in proper form. This is BAC plus ABC plus angle ACB is equal to 180 degrees. So according to that only we have to see here. Okay. So this ABC and ACB we need on left side, so this I am taking to the left side. Angle ABC plus angle ACB is equal to, add किया है दोनों को, is equal to becomes angle PAB plus angle QAC. From we can write 1 and 2 or adding equation 1 and 2. Now see here, we get PAB and QAC. These two angles we have written here. But we need these three angles. Third angle also we need. So what we have to do? ये angle अगर हमें चाहिए, if we need this angle, add in both the equations, both the sides, add angle A. So here I have taken BAC. So add angle BAC to both sides. Both sides. Okay. Adding the angle to both sides. So this will become angle ABC plus angle ACB plus what we have add angle BAC. Angle BAC is equal to here PAB QAC. PAB plus angle QAC plus angle BAC. Now see here QAC and BAC. QAC and BAC. These two angles we can add, or these two angles we can add, or simply if we take addition of all these three, it will become how much? 180 degrees. तीनों angle all are in linear pair. Linear pair form करते हैं 2 or 3 multiple angles. They form what? A linear pair. So this angle plus this angle plus this angle. PAB, QAC, BAC. They form how much? 180 degrees. And that is what our proof. So what we have taken here, parallel lines, whatever the properties are here, we have proved all the theorems of interior and alternate angle, corresponding angles. That properties we have used here in solving the one of the property of triangle. One of the property of triangle. Okay. Next one. There are some tests of parallel lines. Next one was the test of parallel lines. Test of parallel lines. First, they are vice versa. Always they are the tests are given, whatever the tests are given, they are what? Vice versa. Vice versa means what? If they have given that these two angles are corresponding, angle 1 is congruent angle 2. Now angle 1 is congruent to angle 2 and they are what? They are corresponding angles. If they are corresponding angles and they are congruent, then we can say that the line 1 or the line, here say LMN. Then we can say that line L and parallel line M. Line L is what? Parallel line M. And second condition what? If line L is parallel line M, then angle 1 is congruent to angle. Lines are parallel, then angles are congruent. If angles are congruent, then lines are parallel. This is what called the vice versa combination. So second one also we can take that the alternate angles here 3, here 4. If pair of alternate angles is congruent, then the lines are what? Parallel. And the lines are parallel, then these angles are congruent. Similarly for the third one, the interior angles also. The interior angles which are formed on one side, if they are 180. If they are 180, then the lines are parallel. If the lines are parallel, then they are 180. So these are was the test of parallel lines. So this was the complete revision of the chapter. I have taken all the theorems again. जो भी theorems important थे, that I have taken again all the theorems so that it will become easy for you to understand. Now question 4, 5 and 6 we have to see. They have given here a diagram. So we will draw the diagram first. B, here is E, B, A, this is 100, this is 50, okay, and this point is C, okay. What is the question given to us? In figure this, if ray BA parallel ray BE, ray BA parallel ray DE, they have given their ray BA parallel DE, angle C value is given 50, angle D value is given 100. Find the measure of angle ABC. Find the measure of angle ABC. To find angle ABC. Okay. ABC we have to find out, and they have given a hint also there. When hint is given, draw a line passing through point C and parallel to AD. Here we have to draw a line which is parallel to say what? Say they have given AB, BAB or BA. This line they have said they to draw parallel to BA, which is passing through point C. Now see here, if AB and DE are parallel, and this if we consider here P and Q, BA parallel BE, BA parallel PQ. Hint में दिया है, okay? BA parallel DE, BA parallel PQ. Then by this will become DE parallel PQ. All the three lines will become parallel to each other. If we consider according to that DE parallel PQ, then this angle and this angle, they will become supplementary. They will become what? Supplementary. Angle EDC plus angle DPQ is equal to what? 180 degrees. EDC is how much? 100 plus angle DCQ equal to what? 180 degree. Angle BCQ is equal to 180 minus 100. How much it will become? 80 degree. So this value will become how much? 80 degree. So simple. I am giving you just hint. You can write the proof. Okay. I am giving you short answer. You can write it according to one. Okay. This becomes 80. This becomes 50. We need the value of ABC. If we add these two angles, so what we get? Angle BCD plus angle DCQ. DCQ is equal to 50 plus 80. How much? 130. 50 plus 80 is equal to 130. So BCQ. This is complete. BCD plus DCQ. BCD plus DCQ. These two angles addition. This value is what? BCQ. Angle BCQ is equal to 130 degree. Angles का भी addition किया. These two angles है. These two angles. Now BA is parallel PQ. Construction. BA parallel PQ. We can write this from construction. Because we have done a construction. What kind of construction? That draw a line PQ parallel to BA such that it passes through the point C. So BA parallel PQ. So this angle ABC becomes congruent. This angle and this angle become congruent because they are what? Interior angles. Interior alternate angles. They form a pair of alternate angles ABC and BCQ. BCQ. What is the value of BCQ? It is 130. Put it here. So angle ABC is equal to 130. Very simple. This is 100. This becomes 80. Add these two, and these two are alternate angles. So whatever the addition of this angle is equal to this angle because they are what? Alternate angles. Here you have to write alternate. They what becomes alternate angles. So that's why BCQ value is 130. We have put here. So here we get ABC is equal to 130. So this one was the fourth example. Let us see the next question. Example number 5. Okay. Again, there is a figure which is given to us that we have to draw. This is given figure to us. Okay, what is the question? Ray AE is parallel to BD. Question is given that AE is parallel. See here, AE. Ray AE is parallel to ray BD. Okay. Ray AF is the bisector of angle EAB. Ray AF is bisector of angle EAB, and ray BC is parallel is angle bisector to angle ABD. Okay. BC is the bisector of angle ABD. Prove that this AF parallel BC. To prove AF parallel BC. Okay. So what is the given thing? First we will write down the given thing. Given is ray AE parallel ray BD. Okay, this one is the given thing. AF is bisector of angle EAB and BC is bisector of angle what? AB. AB. Okay, this is given to us. We have to prove AF is equal to BC. Now we know that what is the angle bisector? Angle bisector means what? It divides the angle into equal parts. If this value is X, this value is also X. If this value is Y, this value is also Y. And what we have to prove? We have to prove AF is parallel to BC. Now see here, if we prove that these two angles form alternate angles. These two angles, X and Y, they form an alternate angle pair. If we prove that these two angles are congruent, then these two lines will become parallel. Because in test of parallel lines, we have seen that if what is the condition if we have to prove two lines are parallel? First is either the corresponding pair is congruent, or the alternate angles are congruent, or the pair of one side of the transversal of interior angles are supplementary. If these three conditions, any of the conditions satisfy, then we can say that these two lines are parallel. But here we form a pair of alternate angles. So we can consider these two angles. Okay. So first, we will write down the proof, and we will use the given things. What are the given things? Ray AE is parallel ray BD. Therefore, angle EAB. Therefore, angle EAB is congruent to angle ABD. See here, EAB is congruent to ABD. This angle and this angle. These two are what are alternate angles. So this also here you can write that alternate angle. Okay. Now this right is the equation number 1. Now AF is what here? Angle bisector. Now AF is angle bisector. So therefore angle FAB. We need this angle. We need only this angle. So ये angle हमें चाहिए. So we have to think about this angle. So FAB will become half of EAB. Half of angle EAB. Since it is what? AF is what? Bisector of angle EAB. Therefore, what we get? FAB is half of what? EAB. So here we are having EAB. So we will write down the value of EAB. Angle EAB is equal to twice angle FAB. Say it as equation number 2. Similarly, ये second हमने use किया था AF is bisector of angle EAB. Similarly, BC is what? Bisector. BC is bisector of angle what? ABD. Therefore, again we need this angle, so we get CBA. Okay, CBA is half of ABD. So write down like this: angle ABC is equal to FAB. ABC is equal to half of angle ABD. Half of angle ABD. Again we have having ABD. Therefore, find the value of ABD. Angle ABD is equal to twice angle AB. Twice angle ABC. See here equation number 3. Put the value of EAB and ABD in equation number 1. These two values, EAB and ABD. These two values put in equation 1. Therefore, we get EAB is congruent to ABD. So twice angle AFAB. Twice angle AB is congruent twice angle here it is AB. So So this 2 gets cancelled. We get angle FAB is congruent angle AB. FAB congruent angle ABC. FAB congruent ABC. They form an alternate pair. They form alternate pair. Therefore, AS parallel BC, because according to the property or the test of interior alternate pair angles, we get if any angle is congruent, then the lines become parallel. Therefore, what is the to prove AS parallel BC? Alternate angle property. Alternate angle test. We have test. According to that test, this line becomes parallel. These two lines become parallel. Okay, you can write down this proof. I've given you the complete proof. Very simple it is. Just put the values and you get the answer. Okay. Firstly, we will complete the last example. Question number 6. Again, there is a figure which is given to you that I am going to draw here. Okay, this is given to you. I'm writing the question. A transversal EF of line AB. AB transversal EF. AB and CD. Okay, AB and CD are two lines, and EF is what the transversal. CD intersects at the line at point P and Q respectively. P and Q respectively. Ray PR and QS are parallel and angle bisector of PR and QS are parallel. These two lines are parallel, and also the angle bisector of PBQ and this is angle bisector of PQC. Angle PQC respectively. We have to prove AB parallel CD. Again, AB parallel CD. Very easy it is, because this becomes angle bisector, so this angle becomes equal, this angle and this angle. These two lines are parallel, so this becomes an alternate pair. So this alternate pair means what? They are congruent. If they are congruent, and they are what? Half of the complete angle, because right now we are seeing the angle bisector means what? This angle is what? Half of the complete angle. So according to that, we will prove here. We will take directly the proof. I'll give you a short idea about the example. Okay, given that what PR is parallel to QS. Okay, PR is parallel to QS. Therefore, angle RPQ is congruent angle PQS. RPQ congruent PQS. They form an alternate angle. Alternate angle. But what? PR is bisector of angle BPQ. PR is what? Bisector of BPQ. Therefore, angle B. We can write like this also. That angle RPQ is equal to half of. It is half of the complete angle. Barabar? Half of the angle BPQ. Because this is half, this is half. This half and half make a full. That's why RPQ is become half of the complete angle BPQ. Say it as here, right here as equation number 1, here as equation number 2. Similarly, PR के जैसे ही QS. QS is bisector of angle PQC. PQC. So PQS, what will become the value of angle PQS? It will become again half of angle PQC. PQS will become half of angle PQC. So this becomes equation number 3. Now put the values of 2 and 3 in equation 1. See here, RPQ, RPQ, PQS, PQS. Put value of 2 and 3 in equation 1. Put 2 and 3 in 1. So we get RPQ value is half angle BPQ, which is equal to half angle PQC. This half and half from both the sides get cancelled. So we get angle BPQ is congruent to angle PQC. Where is BPQ? See here. This is BPQ, this angle. And where is PQC? See here. BPQC, this angle. If the pair of alternate angle is congruent, then we say that these two lines are parallel. If the pair of alternate angle is congruent, then we can say that these two lines are what? Parallel by using alternate angle test. Same test we have used in last example, same test we have to use here. So according to that, we can say that therefore line AB parallel line CD by which test? Alternate angle test. Alternate angle test. Okay. So in this way, we have completed today's revisions, example 4, 5, and 6 of practice set 2.4. Okay. We have completed this chapter with the practice set 2.1 and 2.2 also. Sorry, here practice set 2.2 is there, not 2.4. 2.2. So in next lecture, we will see the problem. Miss? Miss?
Yes, ma'am.
I've completed the lecture.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.